sip. I'm going to be completely straight with everybody. This was originally going to be this funny, wacky video where Zach was going to play a pizza guy and I was going to be Dante Graves. He was going to knock on the door. We were both going to be huge fucking horror movie fans and watch all the Puppet Master movies, and it was going to be this big funny thing. But then we watched the Puppet Master movies, which we only did because NECA announced that they were going to be doing the Ultimate Puppet Master figures, and I was in the mood for some puppets.
Two packs.
Yeah, I just felt like watching puppets kill people. And I've seen the Chucky movies hundreds of times. There's lots of like killer doll movies out there. There's Robert, there's Annabelle, there's The Boy 2. I had never sat through and actually committed to the Puppet Master movies, and I wasn't about to do this shit by myself. I'm not a fucking psychopath. So I was like, okay, Zach, watch them with me. We had this whole funny video, but then here in the moment, as we're about to talk about these, I figured it'd be better if we just went completely off script and discussed the first 6 Puppet Master movies in their entirety. I want to just like totally raw dog in talking about the Puppet Master movies without having to do wacky gimmicks and character sketches and all that kind of shit. So, without further ado, my first impression of these movies, just so you know where we're coming from, we are both coming from the perspective of being non-fans of these. I know that Full Moon and Puppet Master in general has like a very devout fan base of people who are like, oh, my favorite puppet's this guy, and my fan theory about the chronological order of the fucking Puppet Master movies, but we are not those people. We are people who thought that these looked like fun movies. So you're getting the perspective of somebody who's never watched these, who has now watched them. I had seen 2 of them. I saw the first one, and I had tried to watch it many times, but just never got into it as a kid, and I'd seen Puppet Master 3. So all of this other stuff was completely new to me as we were watching.
It was all completely new to me. I had heard of Puppet Master, and I'd seen it in the collection on the shelf.
Yeah.
Right next to, I don't even know, Friday.
Because I've had these for years.
Oh yeah, you've had them since like we were friends.
Yeah, and I just like, you're like, oh, what's those? I'm like, oh, that's Puppet Master, didn't you know? And then that was the end of the discussion.
That was always the end of the conversation.
So one observation I made right off the bat that isn't about the movies themselves is these DVDs are dog shit.
Yeah.
Someone took the film out of the fucking movie, wiped it between their ass crack after taking a nasty shit, and every single movie looked like this.
It did not change. It was
bad. The first one was fine. It was like, it looked like a movie that came out in 1989. Every other one got worse and worse, like grainier and shittier.
Yeah.
These are Echo Bridge DVDs, which I know are universally like dog shit. But I've had this for a long time. I bought this for $3 at a Dollar General. That's $1 a piece for each one of these movies.
That's about as much as I spent on the second one.
Puppet Master 1, 2, and 3. No, it's not the movie's fault because I've seen Blu-ray transfers of these movies and they look fine. But the version of these that we were watching looked like we were watching a VHS.
It really did.
Puppet Master 1, Zach, what did you think of this movie?
It was very, very hard to watch straight through from the beginning.
It really was.
It's like we were sitting there, and I remember points of it where I was just like mentally gone and could not comprehend any part of what was going on.
The thing about Puppet Master 1 that is my biggest complaint is when I watch a movie called Puppet Master and it's about killer puppets.
Yep.
The number one fucking thing I want to see is killer fucking puppets.
Yeah.
There are very few puppets in this movie.
Until the very end.
Like, there's puppets throughout, but you don't see them. Because they do all these, like...
POV shots of the puppet.
POV shots, or you see, like, a puppet's hand turn a doorknob or something. But it's like, they really did a lot of cost-cutting measures to not have to show the puppets. When you see them, they're awesome. Mm-hmm. Like, they're stop-motion, super, like, intricate, very fun designs, you know? The puppets all have, like, really fun personalities that you can get into, but they just don't show them a whole lot. For starters, the plot of the movie is Andre Toulon is a puppet master, and he uses Egyptian magic to resurrect or to animate with like reanimator green fluid. The puppets, they become alive. And Andre Toulon hates Nazis.
Well, at the very beginning, there's 2 Nazis. They're coming to find him.
Yes,
you see him reanimate them, and then he blows his brains out.
Yes. Years later, a bunch of psychics, they're like ghost hunters or something.
Yeah, it's
they
like
descend upon this hotel called the Bodega Bay Inn, which is in the first 5 Puppet Master movies, and you get really sick of this location. They go to this hotel, And it's like one hallway set that they reverse shot
to
get as much mileage out of this one hallway as possible.
They make it look like he's going down some stairs in one scene, and then he rounds the corner, and it's a purple hallway
with like a different curtain on the wall or something, and it's the same hallway. And I mean, good on them for like...
It was very convincing.
They stretched their budget as far as they could possibly make it.
Yes.
The puppets are there. I don't actually know why the puppets are killing anybody. So there's this one guy who's like the evil guy. Yeah. And he's like the new Puppet Master. I'm pretty sure. And the dude who, the fucking Beethoven, Mozart looking dude, who gets his ass beat at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
He like has psychic visions of the guy.
Yeah.
Look, the movie, we were watching it the whole time.
And it was...
I was bored out of my fucking mind. A puppet will show up here and then to keep you staring at it.
And you're like, oh, that's a puppet.
But the stuff with the human characters, I don't remember a single human character's name. I don't remember any of their personalities. It was the longest hour and 20 minutes ever until I saw Puppet Master 6, and that was the longest hour and 20 minutes.
Fuck.
But we'll get there. Puppet Master 1 is just a slog to get through. The one, I'm going to say some nice things about it.
Okay.
When the puppets are there, like I said, I like them.
Yeah.
I never, like in any of the movies, am I like, man, fuck these puppets. Like, I never turned on the puppets.
I don't think I did.
They're still cool.
Yeah.
I liked that every puppet got at least one kill in this movie. Leech Woman killed a dude.
Oh, yep, from the bed.
Tunneler killed a guy.
Yeah,
he killed the chick in the bed. That was a cool scene. The Pinhead kills a chick with fire poker.
Yep, he's...
Waxer. Blade, he kills...
2 people.
No, he only kills one, I'm pretty sure. I don't remember. I know he kills somebody. Pictured here is Blade killing that person. I know he does. And then at the end of the movie, they all kill the one.
Oh, they all gangbang the one guy.
Okay, a lot of the Puppet Master movies work on this premise where a puppet will run up, hit someone in their leg with something. They'll fall down and be completely immobilized, and then the puppet will like walk up to their face and then do something to their face. Like,
yeah,
almost all puppet kills in these movies.
Like, if you see the puppet and you get hit in the shin by the puppet, count yourself dead. There's nothing you're doing.
You're fucked. The puppet will be like killing somebody. There's the scene with Pinhead in this movie where this one bitch, like, she'll like be getting attacked by him, and then she'll just grab him and wing him across the room. And he's like done. Biggest complaint I have is just that the pace was ass.
Oh,
this has serious pacing issues. I don't give a fuck about the plot. There's a bunch of shit going on that has nothing to do with the puppets. Or I know someone will say, oh, well, it does have to do with the puppets because it's like, it explains how they get the whatever. No. I don't care. I just want to see a basic slasher movie with puppets in it.
Yeah, if you're giving me a movie called Puppet Master with the basis of killer puppets.
All of the characters are just so boring. And I'm sorry, I've heard a lot of people say they love the soundtrack to these movies.
No.
This music is ear-fucking, okay?
Especially by the 6th one.
I get so annoyed when you hear a Puppet Master movie start up and hear that and it's like, oh my god, kill me. Yeah. This sounds like some Circus Peanuts bullshit. It's just
candy?
I don't know. It's just I was so tired of hearing it by like the 6th movie. Okay?
I was tired by like the 3rd or 4th.
I was tired by the first.
Is it the 4th one?
The first movie, I felt like I was just hearing it the whole time. Or no, it was the 4th.
The 4th one, you hear it the whole time.
Okay, yeah. They must have really just loved this music.
No,
I mean, it's iconic. If you played it, I would know immediately what it was
from. Yeah.
But I was so tired of hearing it. I'd probably never watch it again unless I was with like a bunch of friends and we're like, let's marathon every Puppet Master movie. Then I would do it.
I don't even know if I could.
I know I would never pop it in by myself just to watch.
Never.
I really did not care for this first one. I'm really sorry. I know there's some diehard fans of this movie, but it sucks. Okay.
Puppet Master 1, certified dog shit.
Okay, let's move on to Puppet Master the Twice. Puppet Master 2. This movie kicks ass. This one, they're back, no strings attached. Puppet Master 2 was the shit.
Puppet Master 2 is amazing. It cooks.
Pup Master 2, I have no idea why this was not the one they opened with.
They really should. It would have been perfect if you forget the first one.
I saw so many more puppets.
First 5 minutes, there was quadruple.
Yeah, the first 5 minutes, they're in this like really goofy looking cemetery, and they dig up Andre Toulon and pour that potion on him.
Yep.
And he's like a fucking zombie.
He comes back as a zombie, then he's Invisible Man?
Yeah, he's the Invisible Man.
Yeah.
The whole fucking movie, and he's like a savage.
And he's weirdly walking around the beach cliff.
He walks in, and like they're just like, oh, this guy's a weird guy, but he just strolls in, just like in the Invisible Man.
Yeah, he just like opens the door. He walks. Hey.
He starts dancing with dudes, women.
He walks up to this guy and goes, "I'm gonna dance with her." And
Yeah.
he's like, wait, what?
And the guy's like, whoa, man, and like he's just an asshole. I don't know why Andre Toulon is like evil in this one,
but it was cool.
It was awesome. He transfers himself into another body.
Like a
That's
wax
that's like
figurine.
a terrifying wax figure body.
Looks like Mr. Bean.
What?
The wax figure?
That's not like Mr. Bean.
It did?
No, it doesn't.
When it was animated with his weird jaw?
I saw more like. I just didn't see Mr. Bean.
Okay.
Looks like some Goosebumps shit.
Hey, okay.
This looks like a villain from Goosebumps.
Night of the Living Dead?
Night of the Living Dummy. Yeah, Night of the Living Dummy. This looked like that. You get 5 times as much puppets killing. Torch steals the fucking show.
Dude's got bullet teeth.
He's not my favorite puppet. No. My favorite puppet is Blade. I'm basic.
Team Tunneler.
Okay. You're still Tunneler guy?
Yes.
I thought you were a Torch guy.
I'm a Torch and Tunneler guy. But Tunneler.
You also like 6-shooter.
Tunneler, Torch, 6-shooter.
I don't like Blade, Pinhead.
Blade.
You're Blade after that?
No, I was saying you're Blade, Pinhead, Blade.
Probably. Blade's like the coolest. He's got so much personality.
The Goblin coming before Blade.
So, okay, now here's the thing that we're talking about. The fact that we're discussing what puppets are better than others, the puppets are still awesome.
Yes.
Like, but Pup Master 2, one, a lot of the characters are way more likable. There's way more like classic slasher movie stuff in this one. The people have sex and they get murdered by puppets.
Like right as they're doing it.
Yeah. The scene where Blade runs and jumps off the bed at that one girl, like just was a really impressive stop motion effect. I liked all the stuff with like the flashbacks to Egypt. I liked
the guy buying.
I liked where with the Invisible Man dude, where Andre Toulon is the Invisible Man looking guy. You had like this human villain that was also interesting, and the effect of him like being a zombie and also transferring his soul into the other guy was a really cool effect. It was a lot more climactic than the first one. The first one's climax is a guy in an elevator getting murdered by like 5 puppets.
Right,
he's just like
credits.
laying on the ground like, as they're all like
right as that
spitting.
happened, credits roll.
Yes. The climax of this one is a guy fighting his way up a hotel, fighting puppets on the way up.
But then gets
to
up
then
there,
fight the Invisible Man.
does his ritual.
The puppets turn on him, light him on fire, and throw him out a building.
Yeah.
And then they hijack a van and go like terrorize
With a wax bitch.
Yeah, with a wax figure bitch, and they go and terrorize some school for orphans or something.
Wasn't it handicapped?
Yeah, like mentally disabled children.
Something.
They're gonna go like
And they read out this long name, and then Torch is in the front seat, just like
yeah, with like the seatbelt.
yeah,
like
just vibing.
Yeah, I don't have too many bad things to say about Puppet Master 2. I mean, obviously, it's not like a. I hate being like, oh, it's not a great movie. It's actually really stupid, but I liked it. I'm not like ashamed to admit I liked it.
No, I
so like Puppet Master 2, as being a movie about killer puppets, was a lot better than the first one, and I would actually consider rewatching Puppet Master 2.
Oh yeah, in a heartbeat.
There's the plot of this one is that there's a bunch of ghost investigators, much like the first one. They show back up at the Bodega Bay Inn after something, I don't know.
5 years.
And Andre Toulon is there. He wants to transfer his soul into this wax figure body so he can live forever, like the puppets.
Yeah,
and he wants to transfer the woman's soul into the other body,
so he can be with his dead wife.
I don't know. Sure, there's like some things I could complain about, but I guess after the awful taste of the first one. Like, this was such a palate cleanser.
Yes.
I would say just fuck the first one, skip it entirely.
Yeah, start at 2.
Start at 2.
If you want to torture yourself after you've watched all of them, go back and watch the first one.
I guess let's move on to Puppet Master 3. Puppet Master 3, Toulon's Revenge.
Kicks.
I fucking love this movie. I was like, for a moment, I was like, what if they all just get better and better as they go on?
We thought.
Puppet Master 3 takes place during World War II, which actually, I looked into it, it creates an interesting continuity error. Puppet Master 3 takes place in 1941, but in Puppet Master 1, they state that Andre Toulon killed himself in 1939.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Well, this ain't adding up, Chief.
I don't know. they're in World War II. Andre Toulon has like certain puppets that we have not seen before, like Six Shooter,
in
and
a
also
box.
certain puppets that we have yet to have made, like Torch and Blade,
Yes.
don't exist yet. It's got that one guy, and I wish I could remember his name. Flash of the actor's name. The dude who plays, what's his name? Krauser? Is it Krauser? Krauser's from Resident Evil.
Yeah. Was it though?
Kraus? I think it's Kraus. Yes. The villain in this movie, I fucking hated this guy. We were legit getting pissed off.
Yeah.
Because he's so unlikable. But
Very.
he's so evil. And Andre Toulon is so likable in this movie. Actor who played Andre Toulon also pictured here. Both of them were great actors, and I loved the feud between these two guys. He's building puppets to make puppet shows that are like anti-propaganda against the Nazis.
Yep.
And he's in like Nazi-occupied France. And obviously the Nazis don't like this, so they send a guy after him. They murder his wife, and the whole movie is about Andre Toulon using the puppets to get revenge against the Nazis that murdered his wife.
So puppets versus Nazis.
Puppets versus Nazis.
Yeah.
If this doesn't sound like a great movie, I don't know what could get you your gears going.
No,
I was legit.
that's it.
I was never bored.
No,
There
the third
was-
one was there the whole time.
Lots of great kills. The drama was legitimately like there for me. Like I was like invested if he was going to get revenge or not. Which I was flabbergasted that such a thing could even take place. I did not think that this movie had it in it to get me like riled up and wanting to see, like it was a revenge movie.
Yeah, it was
set
a
during
good
World War II with killer puppets in it.
Yeah.
And when they finally build Blade, the actual Toulon's revenge of the movie, it delivers 100%. Like they do not pussy out with him getting his revenge on this dude. And I don't know, Pup Master 3, if you're gonna watch one Puppet Master movie, I'd say watch this one.
I'd say 3
You get
would be a good one.
Every puppet has time to shine, does something cool in it.
Yeah.
Especially at the end of the movie. It's never boring. It's got legitimately great actors in it. I just
Even the stuff with like the kid and his son, or the kid and his son.
yeah,
The dad.
because he sells him out, but they write him so well that you understand why he did it.
Yep.
And you're like, yeah, like that's war.
That's what I would have done. That's war.
Yeah. And it's like, I did not think that a Puppet Master movie was going to be giving me like Schindler's List vibes.
No, not at all.
And like effectively pulling off that
Yeah.
tone. A Six Shooter is also really great.
It's a cowboy with 6 arms and 6 guns.
Yeah, I'm not as I learned that he was going to be like a robotic type thing, but then somebody had suggested that they make him look like a caricature of Western culture, so they made him a cowboy.
Which is awesome.
That actually that makes perfect sense.
He has a bandana that goes up.
You
on his
learn
face.
about all of the puppets, like why they are the way they are, and there's
Yeah.
actually really solid explanations for why their personalities are that like caricature. I love the explanation of Blade being a caricature of Kraus.
Yeah.
And to like
Wait,
mock
they
him,
make it, yeah.
because they set that up perfectly earlier in the movie. There's like the puppet show going on, and Tunneler is supposed to be like a caricature of like a dumbass Nazi, which is funny because he like loves these puppets so much, but they're like all based off like Nazi shit. Pinhead bashes a Nazi's head in with a wrench in this movie.
Yeah, a big wrench.
It's badass. I don't know. I can't say enough great things about this movie.
2 and 3 definitely took the cake for
You
Puppet Master.
need to watch those two. I think even if you're just a horror fan,
Yeah.
like and you have seen these characters and want to know what they're all about, you can watch Pup Master 2 and 3 and have a totally like solid idea of.
I think even people that aren't horror fans can watch 2 and 3.
Puppet Master 3 really, I think especially 3 though, like was genuinely just a great movie.
Yeah.
I was shocked at how good it was.
If you don't like the violence and slasherness of horror,
It's just brutal enough.
Yes.
That like, because like Pup Master 3, all the violence is directed at, if it's directed at somebody that we're supposed to care for, they depict it in such a sad, like, vicious way. It's not supposed to, you're not supposed to enjoy the Nazis killing Andre's wife, you know? And like, it's so tragic. But whenever it's a puppet killing a Nazi, it's shot in such a cool ass way where you're like, yes, fuck yes, you know? Wrenches beating in Nazis' heads, 6 shooter smoking a Nazi, like the blood squibs when he lays that one dude out.
Oh,
because
yeah,
he turns into that alleyway and just goes like and shoots the guy. They climb up that wall.
6 shooter Spider-Man's a wall, breaks into this place. This Nazi's getting laid by a hooker, and he walks down the hall and gets iced.
There's zombies in this movie.
There's also zombies.
They use the reanimation fluid to make super soldiers.
Yeah.
They pull that old little chestnut where
about
the Nazis are using some brilliant scientist to make super weapons, just like
They
Captain
found
America.
the reanimator stuff that Toulon was using, and they're trying to recreate.
It's like Overlord.
Yeah.
It's awesome. I can't, like, just watch Puppet Master 2 and 3.
Yes.
Really, just
Yeah.
fuck the first one, watch 2 and 3.
Here's the first one.
Let's unfortunately move on to Puppet Master 4.